Hello children, you're welcome to this segment of the program, The Classroom in Your Home. It is mathematics time, and that means it is time to have some fun. Hi, I'm Uncle Agbaje. Today in mathematics, we will continue our work on statistics. Specifically, we will be looking at the median. But before we go into that, we will begin with a review of the correction to the last homework. You were asked to study this table and answer the questions below. How many pupils scored less than 3 marks? This is the data column or the data row. This is 3 marks. The people who scored less than 3 marks will score 2 marks or 1 mark or 0 mark. That is all these people. So 35 plus 25 will give you 60, then plus 10 will give you 70. And that's 70 pupils. I believe you got that right. The second question says, how many pupils scored more than 4 marks? This is 4 marks on the data row. Those who scored more than 4 marks will score 5 or 6. That is 30 people plus 0 people. And that is just 30 pupils. Now, what is the range of the marks? These are the marks. That you score 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or you score 6. Now, the highest mark is 6. And the lowest mark is 0. So you subtract to find the range. 6 minus 0, my friend, is 6 marks. What is the mode of the data set? The mode, remember, is the data set with the highest count. Now, this is the first data. It has a count of 10. Second has 25. 2 has 35. 3 has a count of 40. So these have the respective counts that are below them. The one with the highest count is 3 marks with a count of 40. So which one is the mode? Is it 3 or 40? It is the data that is the mode, and that is 3 marks. I believe you got all this right, and I'm sure I'm going to give you a big cheer. Moving on to today's lesson, we begin with a review of our expected learning outcomes. By the end of this lesson, we should be able to find the mode of organized data, and that means we are going to be extending our work on mode from the last lesson to this one. We should also be able to find the median of data with even or odd count. Now, you do not need to worry yourself about what all this means. By the time we go into examples, you will see what we're talking about. Let's begin with the mode of organized data. Recall that in our last lesson, we said that the mode is the data with the highest frequency or the highest count. Now, when data has been organized for you, it becomes even easier for you to identify the mode. And what are the ways by which we organize data? We can organize data using the tally chart, the count or frequency table, the bar graph, the pie chart, the pictogram. When data has been arranged in all this form for you, you will just pick out the mode very easily, as you will see in the next couple of examples. Let's begin with the bar graph. The mode of a bar graph is the data with the tallest bar. I take that again. The mode of a bar graph is the data with the tallest bar. And this is quite easy to see. If we put all the data here, and we put the account here, then obviously the highest count will belong to the highest triangle, and that highest triangle will correspond to the data with the highest count. And so in this case, let us see which one is the mode. The modal color is red. As you can see, the red rectangle is the tallest of all these. So it's very easy. When you look at a bar graph, just look for the tallest triangle, a rectangle, and that's your mode. Beware. The mode is not the number of the count or the frequency, it is the data that is below it. How about if we're given pictograms? How do we identify the mode? In pictograms, the mode is the data with the highest number of images or pictures. Do not forget that pictogram is a chart that represents data with image that is related to that data. So in this case, you select the one with the highest number of images. Now, look at this table. We can zoom in on this table to see And we see that there are so many colors here. We have green, we have orange, and we have blue, pink, yellow, red. But which one has the most images? Obviously, it is yellow that has the most images. Following the key, one image represents two Smarties, and you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, then half will be 11. And of course, when you check under the frequency column, you see that yellow has the highest count. So the mode is not 11, the mode is the data, and that is yellow, as you can see. The modal color is yellow. It has a frequency or count of 11, which is the highest of all these. So it's very easy. Look at the pictogram, pick the one that has the highest number of images, and that is your mode for pictogram. Now, what about if our data is organized in a pie chart? Well, that is also very easy to identify. Remember in our lesson last week that I said that when we are using a pie chart to organize data, the person with the highest frequency or count, or the subject or data with the highest frequency or count, will take the largest piece of the pie, and that is the mode. So for pie charts, the mode will be the one with the largest piece of the pie. Now, if this were to be a pie, let's zoom in and say, if this were to be a big, pie or pizza as you have it, then you see that the blue part of it is the largest, and that means that the mode is blue. So zooming out, let's see if that confirms what we have. Yes, the modal color is blue. It has the largest piece of the pie. So I'm going to run through it again. In a bar graph, the mode is the tallest bar. In a pictogram, the mode is the one with the highest number of images. And in a pie chart, the mode is the largest piece, the data with the largest piece of the pie. Let's now give you some that you can take on your own. What is the mode of these data sets? I'll give you 10 seconds to consider this. And I believe you have it by now. Let's see. The mode of this data is actually type O. And as you can see, the modal blood type is type O. It has the largest piece. The numbers even help you to guess. This has 36%, this has 20%, this has 28%, and this has 16%. So the mode here is type O, blood type O. Let's see another one. This is a bar graph representing information about favorite sports of some students. Now, which sport would we consider to be the modal sport? You have 10 seconds again. I have seen it, have you? Well, the sport with the tallest bar appears to be soccer, and the mode is therefore soccer. So the mode of favorite sport is soccer. I believe that's what you got as well. Now let's take another one with pictograms. Here, this data represents the number of toys that are sold in a day. What is the modal toy sold? Which of these is the mode? You have 10 seconds. So I am checking myself, and I seem to have identified the modal toy sold in a day. Let's see. Your answer should be the motorbike, because it has the highest number of images, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Others have less than that. So the modal toy sold in a day is obviously motorbike. Easy peasy for you, I believe, my friend. So when next you're faced with problems of mode, either in organized data or data that has not been organized, I believe you will always find your way through. We now move on to the second part of today's lesson. That's talking about the median. Now, I'm sure that a lot of you have seen something like this along the roads when you travel to school or you travel to your hometowns. You see traffic coming on the left and traffic going the opposite direction on the right. And along, in between these moving lines of traffic, you have probably some grasses, some flowers planted along the way. Just a sort of demarcation between the right and the left. Now, what is important is that when you have something like this in the middle of the main road, you would have equal number of lanes on both sides. That is, if there are 3 lanes on this side, then obviously there will be 3 lanes on that side. So this vegetation, these flower beds, just serves as sort of a divider, dividing the lanes, equal lanes on the right and equal lanes on the left. And that's exactly what you call the median. When you see this on the road, they call it the median. And this is exactly what the median does in mathematics too. It divides your data into equal parts and it occupies the middle position. Let's see this play out in action. The median of any set of data is that number which is exactly in the middle. I'll take that again. The median of any set of data is the data that is exactly in the middle. That's why they call it the median. But there is a caveat. There is something you need to watch out for. That data that you want to find the middle point must first be arranged. That's the condition. It must first be arranged either in ascending order from the smallest to the largest or in descending order from the largest to the smallest. So you don't just pick a set of data and pick the one in the middle and say you've gotten your median. No. The first thing you must do is that you must arrange them, as you will see in this example that I'm going to show you. Now, this example says that we should find the median of this set of numbers, and we have 18, 24, 30, 42, 35, 17, 22, 15, and 28. So am I just going to pick one number in the middle? No. I'm first going to arrange. So I'm going to do just that right now. So 15 is the smallest, followed by 17, 18, 22, 24, 28, 30, 35, and finally 42. I have arranged all these. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to start ticking or circling off numbers from each end. I circled one from this end and I circled one from that end simultaneously so that I don't make mistakes. And I circle one from this end again and circle one from that end. And I circle another one from this end and another one from that end. Then I circle one from this end and I circle one from that end. I do this so that it will be very easy for me to single out the median. Now I have 4 lanes on this side and 4 lanes on that side. What do you think we have in the middle? 24. So the median is 24. Let's just take a look at another example of the same type. Find the median of this set of numbers, and we have all these. So the first thing that I'm going to do again is that I am going to arrange. So I'm going to do just that right about now. The smallest is 10, followed by 20, followed by 48, followed by 59, 62, 72, 80, 88, and 90. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the previous example, which means that I'm going to circle one number from this end and one number from the other end. Now I'll take another one from this end and another one from that end. Then another one from this end and another one from that end. Then another one from this end and another one from that end. Then I need to take a pause here. Because now if I circle one from here and one from here, there will be no number left. I will have no median. So I need to take a pause. I can't circle these numbers. So which one of them is the median? Is it 62? Is it 72? Is it 62, 72? All right. So neither of them is the median actually. But what I'm going to do is that if I'm having 2 numbers in the middle, I'm going to bring them out separately and I'm going to do something to them. So you're going to see that now. When I have 2 numbers in the middle, I will add the 2 of them together and then I will divide by 2. I'll take that again. When I have 2 numbers in the middle, don't eliminate both of them. Add the 2 of them together and divide by 2. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to have 62 plus 72. That gives me 134. And dividing that by 2, I get 67. And 67 is my median. So in summary, if you have one number in the middle, that's your median. But if you have 2 numbers in the middle, add them together and divide by 2. That is your median. Now I'll give you one of the same type to do quickly. You have just 30 seconds. Begin. Alrighty then. I believe you've gotten your answer by now because this one is quite easy. Not many numbers to arrange. The first thing that I'm going to do here is that I'm going to rearrange the numbers. Now the smallest of them is 10, followed by 20, followed by 25, followed by 45, now 50. So then I circle off numbers from each end. 1 here, 1 there, 1 here, 1 there. Obviously, the median stands out. It's just one number, and that median is 25. I believe you got 25, so I want you to give yourself a raise the roof cheer. Hoot, hoot. Now, we've come to the end of that. I'm going to give you assignments on this topic. I'm going to give you 1 minute to copy this down in your notes. I'm going to be right back because today is Tuesday, and you know what we have? It's Magic Tuesday. So, welcome back. This is the Magic Tuesday segment where I teach you a lot of tips and tricks to make your mathematics very, very easy. When I was a young boy growing up, my teacher taught me a lot of tips and tricks. And when I got to secondary school, I discovered that when we have calculations to do, before my friends could get their calculators, I'd already done the deed in my head. It makes me very smart. And I think that if you pay attention as well, you'll become smarter than Uncle Agbaje himself. Now, today, we're going to be looking at how to multiply numbers by 9 in a very, very easy fashion. Now, 9 is what I call a magic number. It is indeed special. This is because every multiple of 9, when you add the digits together, you will get 9 or a multiple of 9. For example, 9 times 12 is 108, and the digits are 108. Add them together, you get 9. 9 times 13 is 117. 117 gives you 9. 9 times 14 is 126. 126 gives you 9. So you see, magic is 9 is a very, very special number. So I'm just going to introduce you to the magic, but I will limit it to 9 being multiplied by single digit numbers so that you can follow me along. Now, so I'm going to make it in a song fashion for you so you find it very easy to remember. The song goes like this. 9 times table is very easy. I subtract 1 and I make it up to 9. 9 times table is very easy. I subtract 1 and I make it up to 9. Let's go. 9 times 1 is very easy. 1 minus 1, I get me not and 9 and I make it up to 9. 9 times 2 is very easy. 2 minus 1, I get me 1. 1 and 8, I make it up to 9. 9 times 3 is very easy. 3 minus 1 and I get me 2. 2 and 7 to make it up to 9. So you see, it's very easy. We take it again. 9 times 4 is very easy. 4 minus 1, I get me 3. 3 and 6, and I make it up to 9. 9 times 5 is very easy. 5 minus 1, I get me 4. 4 and 5 to make it up to 9. 9 times 6 is very easy. 6 minus 1, that gets me 5. 5 and 4 to make it up to 9. 9 times 7 is very easy. 7 minus 1, that gives me 6. 6 and 3 to make it up to 9. 9 times 8 is very easy. Complete it. 8 minus 1, that gets me 7. 7 and 2 to make it up to 9. 9 times 9 is very easy. 9 minus 1, I get me 8. 8 and 1 to make it up to 9. 9 times table is very easy. I subtract 1 and I make it up to 9. I hope you enjoy that, because I did enjoy myself. Now I will hand you over to Uncle Popo for the General Studies lesson. Till I come your way next time, remain wonderful mathematicians.